Now, it's the season for celebrating sporting anniversaries. It's almost 50 years since England won the Football World Cup. And 40 years ago today, a proud Yorkshireman had his moment of glory. Richard Dunn popped in earlier for a chat about stepping into the ring with the greatest, Muhammad Ali.
I understand somebody told me you're from Yorkshire. I want to make a deal. After I annihilate you, I understand they're famous for their Yorkshire pudding. Get me 3 or 4 big stocks of pudding. That's the deal we're going to make.
Oh, Ali winding up Richard Dunn on This Is Your Life a couple of weeks before the biggest fight of his life. We're delighted to say that Richard is in the studio with us this evening. 40 years ago.
Will you say it fast? Because it sounds better.
I mean, at this time, you were still preparing for the fight because it was over in America and everything, that you had to fight at 3:30 in the morning.
I know it was scandalous, wasn't it? But I'm not bothered. You know what I mean? That's the way it goes, isn't it?
How do you look back on that day, on the fight, and what you actually achieved?
With great fondness. We worked hard, did me and my lass. And her dad was my trainer. And we worked very, very hard to get where we were. And by that time I was 31. I was the British, the Commonwealth, the European champion, and I'm fighting the big fella.
And you deserved to be there. I mean, you had put the work in, you put the effort in. This is Ali doing some sparring. It's not you fighting him, but whoever was, he was having a good go at Ali, and I don't know how many punches he landed, but there was a fair few. What was it like being around him and being involved in a fight with him?
It was fabulous. It really was. You think, you're wrong in your head. But I'm not, because that's what every sportsman wants, to reach the top. But, you know, I mean, whether it be rugby, football, boxing, you want to reach the top. And I found that I'd got there. OK, I didn't win, I came second. But I tried my bloody hardest, excuse the language.
I know you did. I mean, knocked down 5 times, eventually went in the 5th. But, I mean, you gave it, they say it was one of the bravest fights ever seen against Ali.
I give it everything I've got. And I enjoyed every minute of it.
And there was huge respect from Ali as well. I mean, we see you at the press conference there with him beforehand, and he has a dart at you, he has a go and grabs you by round the throat. All a bit of playful fun, but, I mean, what a character he was and what a fighter he was.
It was great for boxing, it was great for sport, and he was a hell of a man. I absolutely loved him, and I still do, even though he's really ill now. You know, I still think he's the best boxer ever.
Well, I think everybody in Bradford, when you came home, thought you were the best one ever, because you've been knocked down 5 times, knocked out in the 5th, but this is what happened when you came home. I mean, open-top car there. I mean, they came out in their thousands for you, Richard.
It was the biggest surprise in my life. It really was. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to say. I was just, you know, I was dumbfounded. That's a nice little term, isn't it? I was.
Are you going to celebrate the fight in any way, 40 years on?
I can still feel it, so I think I'll give it a miss this time. You know, which he didn't do. He didn't give it a miss. He hit me every time.
Richard, always a pleasure to meet you, and thank you so much for coming in again, and happy anniversary.
Thank you very much, Duncan. Pleasure.
Lovely, lovely man. More on the website, itv.com/calendar with Richard. But now